Hey you guys, Desmond here,
And LaCresha.
and welcome back to the channel.
Woo!
Today we are here to discuss RuPaul's Drag Race, Season 15, Episode
7.
7. Ooh, 7 episodes already? Look at us
Mm-hmm.
go. Look at us go.
Hey, we halfway
We
through.
are we are officially, well, next week will make us officially halfway through, so it's gone quick this year. Maybe
Because
because
people are going home.
people are going home. People
They
are
didn't
going
wait
home.
4 episodes in to finally send somebody home.
Baby. But before we get into it, I just want to remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe. We really do appreciate the love that we've been getting, and we are so close to our goals. So just go ahead, subscribe, join the family. But you can always change your mind later, but don't. Um, so, what did we think of this Daytona Wins 2 episode? Just in general, the whole episode.
Um, I don't understand why. The shortness of the episodes is really kind of irritating me
Mm-hmm.
because like if I look away for like a split second, so much has happened and I miss it. And then I have to watch the episode like 5 more times. Be like, oh, I didn't see that the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, what was this beef about? Why are
Of
they arguing? I don't understand.
And
I
I
don't
will say
remember.
this episode, out of all the episodes, it finally felt like it was paced better.
Hmm.
Like it's still like we still needed the extra time, but compared to what we were getting, it seemed to have been paced better. But that's also because there's lesser queens. We don't have to focus on so
Fewer
many
queens,
queens
yeah.
now. And even now, we still like we barely saw Lucy and Sasha this episode. Where was Lux? We saw Lux a little bit at the beginning. That was it.
Yeah.
So like it's getting better. And the part that gets me, by the time they would have an appropriate amount of queens to have a 60-minute episode, is when they're gonna go back to 90 minutes. Cause they announced on March 10th that'll be the first episode back to the 90-minute format.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah,
that's
I
when
saw
that
that.
show that we will not name on here ends. It ends the week before that.
Mm.
So on March 10th, they'll go back to 90 minutes. And by then, that'll be 60 minutes will be great for the, what, 7 queens I think will be left at that time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I will say, I hope they go back and give us the 90-minute version of these other episodes that we didn't get and like put them on Paramount or whatever, whatever.
Hmm.
Because we need we
The
need the full
director's cut.
story. The full story. We're not getting the full story.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and get into this episode. We start off after saying goodbye to Miss Robin Fierce.
Yes, lovely, lovely gal.
Lovely gal, beautiful gowns.
Hmm.
Walked up, read the message for the first time in weeks. For the first time, I think since Sugar went home, they've read the message. And even before Sugar went home, they didn't read Poppy's message. But then again, we couldn't read Poppy's handwriting.
Hmm.
But we go and we sit down, and baby, the claws come out immediately, which was a leftover
Right?
from yesterday, not yesterday's, but the previous week's Untucked. So, Mistress
Hmm.
was sitting there and basically wanted to discuss what happened because she wasn't there when Mistress said what she said. She was on the main stage, so she didn't hear what Mistress said. So, but Mistress was quiet. And see, I felt Mistress in this moment because I'm one of those. If I know my mouth is not going to.
Okay, hold on. You're confusing me. Did you mean mistress and baby doll?
What did I call her?
You just said mistress, and when mistress said what mistress said,
Oh, I called her Mistress. Okay, I'm sorry. When Malaysia,
I'm like, wait.
but Malaysia was sitting there quietly, and I agree with that because when I'm upset, it's best for me to be quiet because if I talk, I might say something that I just don't mean or it will come off extremely harsh.
Will
And
regret, will tear up a friendship.
and I kind of felt Malaysia in this moment because Watching last week's episode, I felt that. I felt like I wouldn't say Lux and Mistress were bullying,
Hmm.
but they were being mean girls.
Yes, very much
Very
so.
much, oh, you might want to get acquainted with the genre. You don't know how many times
Yes,
I've
you
said
might want to
that
get a
this week.
country. Yeah,
You don't know
with
how
the
many
genre.
times I've said that this week. I think that's one of my new favorite lines from Drag Race. It was so
Look,
good.
if Lux didn't do nothing else, she created her own brand with that phrase right there.
Baby, you better get
You
acquainted
might
with
want to
the
get a country with the
genre.
genre.
That line alone would have made me mad. I'd be like, oh, okay, okay,
The
okay.
earrings is coming off.
You finna get acquainted with these hands. You heard me?
Look, and your hands is rated what?
For E for everybody. Okay.
Thank you.
Shoot. But yeah, so I felt Malaysia in this moment. And I thought she was eventually going to start speaking, but Mistress started chuckling, and that really got them upset. And even Lux got up in there and was like, "We weren't trying to be malicious, but I even got malicious from it. I did.
Yeah,
I don't think they were doing it intentionally. Like I said, I don't agree with the word bullying that Malaysia said, but y'all were very much peeing, trying to mark your territory."
mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Well, y'all were giving us pushback." I'm like, "They were only giving y'all so much pushback because of how hard y'all were going.
Right.
Y'all were making a stand. Y'all were peeing on y'all's territory. Y'all were saying this is what we're doing, so they had
No,
to come
we're
back."
doing metal. And you have to do country.
Yeah. So it's just like I felt it. I understood it.
Mm-hmm.
But then they showed the Untucked moment, and we didn't talk about it last week. But I'm so glad she said what she said to Marsha, because that always irritates me. Because I've been told
Mm-hmm.
that several times when I'm displaying some reason that I'm upset, whatever, whatever. Someone's like, "Can we talk about something else?" I'm just over this moment. Don't cut me off. And you
Right.
may be over it, but I'm not.
Exactly. Because I'm still feeling it. It's happening to me.
I'm
It
gonna
might
say,
not be
if you
happening to
have a
you. And if you
problem, you
don't
can
like
leave
it,
the
you can log
room.
off.
You can leave the room.
Exactly. Because that's exactly what I do.
All you would have to do is like, "Excuse me, I'm just gonna step out." Ain't nobody gonna worry about it. Go and have your moment. If you're tired of hearing about it, you're tired of discussing it, move on.
Mm-hmm. You're like, you know what? This is not about me. So I'm going to just.
Yeah, and it was a respect thing, and I'm glad Malaysia said, "I've never disrespected you like that, so do not
Mm-hmm.
disrespect me. Don't do that." But after they showed this clip, that's when Mistress did a little chuckle, and Malaysia was not. Psh. She's like, "Ain't nothing funny here," and this is
Mm-hmm.
the part where I was kind of feeling Mistress. I'm like, but it was a nervous chuckle. It's not like she was just laughing off what you were saying. It's just
Mm-hmm.
one of those awkward, like, okay, I'm just gonna laugh, because I do that. I felt very much seen in that moment. I'm like, yeah, I do that little awkward laugh at the wrong time. I do. Um,
Right.
but
That
even,
that's like people who angry cry.
oh, I'm one of those too.
Me too. You be sitting there and you just cry because you don't know what else to do. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
and
irritated, I'm
if you're the one I'm
frustrated, you're
angry at,
not
you in danger.
listening
You
to
might
me.
want to move.
Mm.
You are in danger. You might want to move. But
If I
Sasha,
get real quiet,
but yeah, even Sasha
that's
toned in, but like, hey, y'all were coming at us, pretty much.
yes.
And Mitch was like, everything's not a teachable moment. Yes, it is. Everything is. Everything in life is a teachable moment, whether if you want to acknowledge that or not.
Mm-hmm.
But Mistress and Sasha were able to talk it out, move forward. But Malaysia was still upset.
Mm-hmm.
Still upset. And I think I would have been too. So, like, we haven't had this type of drama on Drag Race in a while. I'm like, wait a minute.
Ooh, I know. Heating up.
And I was sitting there, I'm like, oh, this is good, honey. And
Right.
it's good drama when you can understand both sides of the story.
Mm-hmm.
You understand both sides. You're not picking a side. Like, there's no hate to be given. But yes. So we come in the next morning, hoop de woo, they sit down. Uh, they
Can I sit
allude,
here?
huh?
Listen, can I sit here?
Yeah, no, we ain't got there yet. But they were just kind of be like, yeah, we're sisters, we fight, and they kept cutting the camera to Malaysia and to Mistress, and Mistress like, Malaysia keeps looking over at me. I'm not giving her no. I'll be the same way, honey. We just beefed last week. No. So RuPaul
Mm.
comes in with their hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello,
What is this?
hello. I don't know.
What is
It
this?
looks like a poorly designed French prison outfit.
Hold on. They can't see the shoes. There we go. Now they can. RuPaul, what are these? What is
What
this?
are
What are
those?
those? The shoes. The shoes. What?
You can't
No.
make me laugh because
You okay, honey? You all right?
whenever I laugh, I cough.
But them
So you're gonna
shoes.
see me practice a lot if I'm laughing or coughing because I don't want you guys to hear me cough.
Hmm. But yeah, Ru, we've seen better.
Oh
But
my god, yeah, that was not the outfit, bro.
but RuPaul announces that this week we will be having the Daytona Win 2. But instead of it being a soap opera, it's now a sitcom. Lovely. And I was actually excited. I'm like, oh, this sounds interesting. This could work. This could work. But yeah, RuPaul then announces that Aura, being the winner of last week's challenge, gets to choose the roles.
Hmm.
So they're sitting down, and they didn't really have too many beefs when it came to picking the roles. Aura was like, "Well, I want fancy, so y'all gonna have to,
Hmm.
figure out what y'all want to do." And it seemed pretty much still like everybody pretty much got what they wanted after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought Aura did a pretty decent job, distributing out the roles. I would have been messy and been like, okay, what role do you want? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then gave
Hmm.
people roles they didn't want.
Ooh. And then they all would have looked bad.
Baby, and then I would not feel bad about it afterwards, and you would not make me feel bad, Lawrence Cheney.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I'll never forget that on UK season 2. Lawrence read Ellie down for doing that for the roast challenge, where she
Hmm.
she strategically put them in a certain order. And then
Yes.
Ellie wants to apologize. It couldn't have been me. I did it. Mm-hmm. I played the game. Now go get ready. Go get ready before you have to before you have to go up there and lip sync, honey. Shoot. So
Hmm.
I encourage the messiness. I do. But anyway, because of the roles that were selected, Malaysia and Mistress are basically scene partners through the whole thing. I'm like, it would be my luck that I don't like you and now we're having to work together. Now
But
this
see, that makes for the best chemistry though.
yeah, and they worked really well together in the challenge. We're gonna get to that here in
Because
a minute.
what's that man's name who passed away? And Jennifer, what's her name? From Dirty Dancing. They hated each other during the
Patrick
filming.
Swayze?
Yes.
I didn't know him and Jennifer. Jennifer is her last name
Whatever her name
Coolidge?
is.
No, 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 that's not
No,
Jennifer Coolidge.
that's a
Jennifer.
modern Jennifer.
I remember she did Dancing with the Stars. She did one of my favorite dances. Shake, 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 shake it. Oh, what's her last name?
I don't know. Put it down below.
Yeah, let
But
us know
y'all
in the
know who I'm talking
comments.
about.
Let us know in the comments. Y'all know that baby
Let us
name.
know. Look, I'm old, so my memory be in and out.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know what his excuse is.
anyway. So they're sitting here and they're going over their lines, and I'm not sure if Aura's watched Drag Race before because she
Hmm.
was missing all of those Drag Race references, and they're like the most famous Drag Race references, like
And look,
Rigamortis.
and look, and I know them.
Yeah, party. Like she well, she didn't have to do party, but still, like there were so many
Jack's
references.
missed
Yeah,
party,
Jack's
and I
missed
was
party.
like, "What the heck is that?"
But Aura was missing all of them. Like she didn't even know Mother has arrived. I'm like, did you did you not watch season 6?
Mother
Like it's
has
okay if you
arrived.
haven't watched all the
No.
seasons, but did you?
Oh. Unless you're Desmond Tanner and you forced your best friend to do it anyway.
I did. I told her if you're gonna be on this channel with me, you're gonna be able to catch my references. Hell, I have them all.
But
I bought all the seasons anyway, which I need to finish up my collection. I think the last season I bought was the season 5 and All Stars. No,
hmm
season 12 and All Stars 5 year. So I
Yeah.
need to get all the ones because I saw that they were there. I'm like, well, let me go ahead and get that and add that to my collection as well. But anyway, yeah, it
Mm.
was just those very famous references she wasn't getting. So Mistress took advantage of the moment. She's like, I can do fancy, the role that she originally wanted.
Right.
I can do it since you're not understanding the references. I don't want us to look bad. Like she played it out just
Uh,
right. She played it just right.
he played that so
And
good, bro.
everybody's watching like, oh, Mistress got her.
Yes.
Mistress got her. And she
Yes.
ended up with the
Oh my
role that she
God. She
wanted.
was like, well played. Well played.
I couldn't even be mad at her. I was sitting there, I'm like, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Because I would have done the same way. I would have, give me the role I want. Okay, so we get to the recording of the Daytona Win 2, and RuPaul is the director. We don't see RuPaul as the director too often.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, cause I was expecting Ru, Carson, maybe even Ross, and then I
Or
saw
Michelle,
Michelle. I
since
meant to say
Michelle did it.
Michelle instead of Ru.
But I think they took Michelle off because, last time she cheated
How did she cheat last time?
with our other favorite winner.
Do you know how
Or
many seasons she's been doing acting challenges since then?
I know, but I'm just saying.
I'm gonna need you to let that go. I'm gonna need you to let that go.
No, never.
Listen, I agree with you on that statement? Yes, but we're got to let that go, okay?
Fine.
Let that girl live. She won.
I
It's
love
over.
Michelle. Michelle is awesome. Just, that was just not very well played that season.
But yeah, we don't see Rue often in the director church when it comes to the acting challenges. So it was nice to say a real here because I want to say last time he was there, I think it was there in All Star 7, but the special guest judge was there and she did most of the directing. Rue was just there.
Right?
So it is now elimination day. They're sitting down, they're getting their makeup together, and Mistress and Malaysia sit next to each other. Well, Malaysia asked if she could sit next to Mistress. And I really do appreciate that they sat down, they talked out their
Yes.
feelings. And,
That
Malaysia
was
was
some
like,
grown woman.
yeah, like in the moment, I was upset. I felt like this is
Hmm.
what y'all were doing. And Mistress was like, no, this is not how we were doing. We were just playing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm glad they referenced, the pageant system because, at first they were very friendly reading each other. And then it got very serious very quick. I'm like, whoa, what happened? What
Right.
happened? But, people's feelings are valid. And she said she felt the way I felt. But I do apologize for basically
Hmm.
misunderstanding But yeah, I pretty much, I did enjoy them sitting down and airing out their grievances because these are two of my favorite queens.
Hmm.
And I'm like, I don't want a season of them beefing. I don't. They could beef with other people together. But it's time to get to the main stage. And up first, we have the mother herself, Rue Paul. What do we think of this blue number here?
It looks like something she's worn before.
Yeah, it's a very common silhouette that RuPaul uses, but she looks lovely. She looks lovely. I enjoy this gown very much. Raven did a good job with the makeup. The wig is starting to slide back again.
Again.
I'm gonna need that to come down just a tad bit. Just a tad bit. It's not as bad as it used to be, but it looks like it's a little further. Bring it down just a little. A little bit.
Hmm.
A little bit. But Rue looked great. I enjoyed this look. I wish the nude matched her skin. It's like one skin tone too bright.
Skin tones too bright.
One thing I've learned, I think it was Candy Muse who said it. When you get your tights, get them 2 shade darker
Hmm.
because once the stage lights hit them, they're gonna make them brighter.
Yeah. But
So
Rue should know this. Rue's
Rusha,
been doing
this is
this
her
for a
show.
million years.
You're correct. Rush should know this, or Zaldi, who makes the gowns, should know this. So I imagine this was Rue's skin tone, but under them lights, it went boom.
Yep. It goes brighter. Because like I see that in like wedding dresses and stuff because they'll be under the lights in the shop and like it'll be like dark as all get out, and I'm like, why is it so dark? And then they get outside when they have their little outdoor weddings, and I'm like, oh, it blends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind.
But this week we are joined by Miss Visage, who looks lovely.
I love that
Like
makeup.
she's been glowing
And
this
I
season.
like the dress because it makes you want to touch her.
And I love how everybody's matching, but the guest judge, like, y'all couldn't give him heads up. Like, come
Right?
on.
Oh, that navy suit
And then
on
Carson
Carson.
looks sharp, looks dapper.
Wow. Casket sharp.
Not casket sharp. Oh no.
And
And then we're joined
Harvey
by
Guillen.
Harvey Guillen, who we've seen on Dragula several times. So it's nice to see him over on Drag Race.
Crossovers maybe ruin the Boulay brothers is gonna be like, hey, you know what?
I
We'll
can't
shake
wait to the
hands.
day that Drag Race cast the queen that's already been on Dragula. Because, Dragula, did J. Jolie. So I'm excited. And apparently the Boulay brothers said more than Jade auditioned.
Hey.
More than Jade. They just chose Jade. Like, oh, I wonder which other queens was trying to get on Dragula. But it was
Mm-hmm.
nice to see you, Harvey. It was nice to see you. So, here's a better shot of the full gown. Lovely.
Lovely gal.
Lovely gowns. And the category is Puffer Please.
Oh,
Up first, we had Lucy LaDuca.
I'm not even gonna lie. If you wouldn't have told me that it was the Michelin Man, Marshmallow Man, whatever, I would have thought Sailor Moon.
I don't like this. I love the shape. Like, Lucy's shape is correct every time. Every time.
She does her body good
But I don't like this. At all. At all.
because it's a bodysuit with a puffer jacket.
I don't. I just wish there was more to it. Like, I get the reference. Like, I was
Mm-hmm.
raised on Ghostbusters. I
Right.
get the reference.
I think
But I
it
wish
would
she
have
would have
looked,
fully committed to it. This is like a half-ass way of doing it. Like, if you're
and
gonna
that's what
be him, you need to be get the whole body puffed up. Like, I think I would have lived for that.
look. If I would have did it, I'd have came out there Missy-fied up with the blow up suit
I
and
can't stand the
everything.
rain.
It would have been Missy, some Sam Smith.
Yeah,
Ooh, because that's what he wore at the Brits the other night.
I saw that. I saw that. I saw that.
No, that might have been what I did if we were still on that whole like, what would you have done if you had that category? I probably would have pulled out a Missy,
Mm-hmm.
super fly, super duper fly, with the little Kit Kat wig and everything, and
Yes.
just came out there like this.
But up next is Spice. I thought this was really cute.
That is not puffer, that's quilt, but
I thought
hey,
it was Puffer. I allowed it. I
you
allowed it.
allowed it.
I did.
Okay,
I did.
you're the authority.
But you
So
know what I didn't allow, or what I don't like, is
the outfit,
Michelle and Rue critiquing her walk. The little
the little tip tip tap,
that's her
yeah,
thing. We've seen
that's
queens.
her character.
Yeah, we've seen queens come through and do their character walk all the time. Benda LaQuinn is the first one off the top of my head. They never told her not to do her little character walk. And if she was giving you a basic, supermodel walk, they wouldn't be saying anything. So why are they saying something to her for doing her little doop doop doops when it's
Her
her
little tip
character?
tip tap. Yeah. I mean, she probably could have pulled out their other signature walk, their little crossover walk, but
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
um
that just didn't sit right with me. It didn't.
well, I mean, they trying to lay the groundwork for getting rid of her.
Baby, I don't know how much longer we're gonna keep her. Honestly, with
Hmm.
next week being the Lollapalooza, she might be in trouble.
Ew,
She might be in trouble. But we
you in
would have
trouble,
to see.
girl.
But overall, I really enjoyed this look. The hair is everything.
Yes. I mean, she gives breast dolls, which is what they're based off of.
Yeah, that is true.
And that's her character. And they're freaking adorable. So
But I'm glad they did clock her for using the same silhouette over and over and over again.
yeah, the
Because
the mini
I didn't
skirts.
realize it until I was watching somebody's review. It might have been Maddie Rance. Um, it might have been that or the panel. Somebody mentioned that her silhouettes, her costume has basically been the same each week. And I'm like, no, it hasn't. Then I went and looked and I'm like, yeah, pretty much just different colors. This one's a little different. It's not showing the abs.
Right.
But yeah, but I do enjoy this look.
I love them shoes, or at least the shoe covers.
Up next is Sasha Colby.
And you lived for this. I saw it all over Twitter.
You should tell by the screenshots. Like, look in the photo of the screenshots. There are quite a few. Quite a few.
Them abs, man. Can I get some surgery?
This just looks
Like
so
if I could give her some of my,
good.
I just want some of my tummy put in my booty,
Like, this is just so good. Like,
and
in the
then my
heels.
titties
Look how
lifted,
high
and
them
I'd
heels
be
are.
happy.
Like, look at these heels. Hold on, I'm gonna zoom in on them. Like, look how high them heels are.
Mm-hmm.
And she was walking like a normal
It was
Tuesday.
nothing.
It was just, ugh. If you
And then
can't
the
tell,
attitude
I
with the guy.
completely lived for this look.
Yep, her bumblebee outfit. I forgot what she said it was based off of.
I didn't care. It just looked so good. But yeah,
Shush.
I had to get my screenshots of Miss Sasha. I did. Up next is Lux Noir London.
Lux Noir
What did you
London.
think of this look?
I'm trying to figure out where she got Jackie O
I think
from,
it's
but
from the collar, like that little puffed up thing behind
the
her head.
collar and probably the cap,
Mm-hmm.
the bell cap.
Now, I love this. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of the little chat moment she had going here, but
Hmm.
this was everything.
I mean, she's got the body for it, so I'll allow it.
Not the I'll allow it. But I really enjoyed it. The only thing is I think I would have chose a different wig piece.
Mhm.
I think I would have. Maybe a fun little Baps style updo.
Yeah, but that wouldn't have gave Jackie
It
O.
wouldn't have, but I wouldn't have said Jackie O. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm,
wouldn't have mentioned Jackie O walking out. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
But I really enjoyed this look. This one of my favorites of the week. Definitely in my top three. Definitely in my top three. Up next is Malaysia Baby doll Fox. What did we think of this look here?
You know what? I thought it was cute. Yellow's a
Stunning.
good color on her.
Stunning. I need my glass of
Yes.
lemonade immediately.
Frozen lemonade.
Frozen lemonade, okay?
Frozen lemonade.
I need it immediately. As you said, yellow looks amazing on her. I love this hairdo, the makeup. Like
Hmm.
this checks. This is definitely one of my favorites of the night as well.
For me, this should be what the mother wears at the end of Hairspray.
It does get very hairspray. It does.
You can't stop this groovy girl. Yes.
Well, up next we have Aura Mayari. Now I like this from the waist up.
Yeah, I like it from the waist up. Them pants, on the other hand.
I wish the pants were made out of the same material, or it was made into a skirt. You know what I'm saying? Just
I
finish it
wish it
down
would have
all.
been a full kimono.
Yeah,
Like you bought all that yardage and you couldn't afford an extra a yard and a half to make a bottom. Even if it had been like a little mini skirt, it would have looked better
yeah, that's what I was
than
thinking.
the nylon leggings.
But the rest of it, waist up, beautiful. I love the sleeves. I love the hair. The makeup is amazing. It's just the pants, the tights.
Yep, it's giving very Madonna.
Yeah, yeah. Up next is Jax. I love this. I was so
This was a really
confused.
good
I
outfit
was so confused on why the judges hated it.
because it was Jax. And they
Like,
wanted somebody to critique so they could get rid of somebody. They about to play in Jax's face. I'm telling you now.
yeah, I'm
They've
worried
done
for
it two
her and
weeks in a row
Spice next
now.
week. I don't know how they're gonna play it off, but I'm worried for her and Spice next week. But we'll talk a little bit more about that a little bit later. But I really enjoyed this. The makeup was lovely. I love the bodysuit. I love the wasp inspired look that's all around it.
Mm-hmm.
I had no critiques for this look. I was very
You
confused.
see, the only critique they could come up with was
Was the
you need to with
eyelashes?
that little white spot just kind of made your eyes smaller. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Up next is Mistress Isabel Brooks. What do we think of Miss Mistress here?
You know what? I understood her whole little commentary on, puffer on a big girl would look a certain way. And I think she dressed very well for herself. The bottom still looked like a diaper though.
Yeah, I don't like this look. I think it's more because of the chaps than anything.
Exactly.
Like, if it was a cute skirt, maybe if it was just a regular pair of pants, you know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
just the chaps. Like, it worked with Lux, but it doesn't work here with Mistress. But the waist up, like, I love this. I love the hair. I love this top. The makeup is always.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the hat. I've seen some people who didn't like the bucket hat. I like the hat, okay?
I thought the bucket hat was adorable.
Lovely gal. It's just waist down. Same thing I said for Aura. Waist down just didn't work for me.
Waist down.
Up next, we have Anitra. I thought this was cute.
I didn't get puffer from this.
It was just a jacket, honestly. It was just a jacket.
Yeah.
And that's why I had to take some points off of it. Because do I like it? Yes. But it's just the jacket is what makes it puffer.
Mm-hmm.
Up
No, I have
next.
nothing else to say.
Yeah, up next is Marsha. I thought this was cute.
She played it off cute. She looks like Cindy Lou who accidentally like took a nosedive in some ice water.
Yeah. Um, I hate that, we're getting similar, like bruised makeup like she did last week. I know she can't
Yeah,
control.
she's done that like 4 times
Yeah, I know
now.
she can't control the order of what they tell us, but hopefully we don't see the bruising and stuff on her. But I will say the
Hmm.
makeup is improving.
Yeah.
I'm like, I see them
Oh,
chips
and
coming
you should
through.
see her now. Oh my God.
And you're like, oh yeah, I follow her on the TikTok. And well, I barely get on Instagram, but I do follow her on there. But I see her a lot on TikTok.
Hmm.
But yeah, like she looks good here. She looks good here. I just hope we don't see this bruised situation no
I, I
more.
I do wish she had a little bit more body. Like she needed to pad her hips or something.
I can see
Because
that, giving it more of the boom boom look.
yeah, because I think it would have worked a little bit better for her silhouette wise if she'd have padded hips just a little bit. Because they all do the same, like extremely long torsos, because obviously they have to tuck and that takes up space. And so that I don't know, it pulls her body in a really weird way for me.
Up next is Selena Estes.
I thought this was adorable.
Me too. I saw people like dragging this online. I'm like, I like
No, I
it.
love this
I
because
like
that's just
this.
a fat girl LaCresha thing.
Like, I just
If
this.
I could have a jacket with a billion zippers and I could put snacks in it, oh my God. Not only would it help me and my blood sugar and my anger issues, but it would also help me at work because I have children that want snacks all the time.
But yeah, I thought this was really cute, and it's very Selena. Like, this is very on brand for what we know of Selena. And Selena's makeup. I don't know what it is this week, but her makeup.
Ooh, her makeup.
Like,
Mm.
I'm not sure if she picked up some tips too, but ooh wee, it looks good. It looked good.
Mm.
So
Don't make fun of my faces, but
we have 11 beautiful queens up here. Who had your favorite look of the week?
Malaysia.
I'm gonna go with Sasha, if
Of
you couldn't
course.
tell by all the screenshots I got.
All the screenshots. That's why I was like, I'm gonna let you have Sasha.
So you know me, gotta be messy. Who's your least favorite?
Mm, mistress.
I'm going with Lucy. I'm going with Lucy. Lucy LaDuca is my least favorite of the week. So, let's talk about the Daytona win too.
A shoo shoo and a poo poo.
Baby, overall, I was very confused by the Daytona wins.
Yeah.
Like the pacing was a weird thing. I'm like, I know it's deliberate, but like I don't get why they're doing it. Because there's no reason there should be like a 5 second pause before the next line or before the laughter kicks in, et cetera, et cetera. I was very confused by that. And I'm like,
I'm
this has to be
assuming
a
that was meant
choice.
to be the joke,
It's,
but it went over everybody's head, or at
yeah,
least it went over my head.
it went over mine too. I didn't get it. And I'm like, I watch a lot of shows from the 80s and they don't have that. I'm currently watching Golden Girls, Designing Women. There was another show. What is it? I can't think of it off the top of my head. But I'm watching all these shows that take place in the 80s. They don't do
I
that.
mean, because the thing was like, was it a joke you wrote and realized that the laugh track wasn't gonna fit? I don't
I
know.
don't know. I don't know. But let's quickly go over their individual jobs. Up first, we had Spice. What did you think of Spice?
Um, this is where I can be like, hey, you might want to switch your character up just a little bit, just a little bit. If you watched last season, you know you go off of that,
I'm about
but
the
still make
buzz.
it your own. And I don't think she took direction very well.
Yeah, she didn't really take the directions very well. Um, because her role, like, I think it was Carson who said it, your role could have been still seating. And like she had the country accent down. It's just she
Right.
wasn't taking the notes, especially like the ant reference. RuPaul kept
Mm-hmm.
saying slow it down. And I'm sitting there and all you have to do really, we have an ant problem, A-N-T.
Hey, problem.
A problem. Like it really could have been
A and T.
like
Ain't.
she really didn't take the direction from Ru because she could have
And
shined.
you see, they got frustrated. Not even not flustered, not frustrated, just
I
frustrated.
really thought she was going to be lip syncing, and I'm still shocked she didn't. We'll talk about that here in a second. Up next, we had
Let's talk
Lucy
about it.
LaDuca. We didn't see much of Lucy. Her role wasn't very big,
Liz Dane.
but
Liz
what we did
Dane.
see from her was good. She had the
Yeah.
accent down. I chuckled at her a few times. I
Mm-hmm.
thought she did a great job. What did you think of Miss Lucy LaDuca?
I think she did a pretty decent job too.
Mm-hmm. All
Look at you
right.
making my southern accent come out that I
Next
have
screenshot,
but
we
don't
have
have.
Lux and Sasha. I would like to talk about them at the same time because they were barely in the scene.
I think I saw them point one time.
From what I saw, they were okay. I'm not sure if they cut down the parts because the new time restrictions, but
Mm-hmm.
like I can't tell you if they did good or bad. Honestly, I can't. They look stunning as always, but
Mm-hmm.
like I said, we barely saw them this episode, including in the challenge.
Right.
So, do you have anything you want to add to these two?
No, because I don't know what to say.
All right, so up next we have Jax. And to me, Jax didn't play that stoner role the way that it needs to be played.
No.
Like
I
that, you could have had so much fun playing a stoner.
exactly.
And with Drag Race, they want you to be stupid with it. So you could have came in like, who invited a prostitute to a funeral?
Right. Just
Like you really
like
could have embraced that like stoner hippie type of role, and I would have came in with a slightly messed up wig, with like it there was so much she could have did, and she didn't
I
catch her
because I
references
don't know
either.
what she said. I keep going off the notes, and the note said stoner. Okay,
Well,
what
where's the
kind of
stoner?
stoner do you know is straight laced like that?
Yes, honey.
Because even people I know that have smoked weed their whole lives don't act like that. There's at least one clear giveaway. And once I read like party, like, oh, I'm supposed to act like
Adore.
Adore. And Adore is light and flighty. and flits around and is real like California pretty girl.
And I
And
think that's the
invited
issue
this
when it comes
stripper.
to these acting challenges. These girls are coming in wanting to be Meryl Streep. No, honey, you're supposed to be stupid. Think about some of the
Girl,
people who've excelled in acting challenges. The Vivian, remember in the one for All Star 7? Stupid the whole time.
the whole time.
The
That was
whole
hilarious.
time. You're supposed to overact. You're supposed to be told to come back. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You're not supposed to be, you know,
Playing, especially this type of character, you're not supposed to play that's the straight man. You know what I'm saying?
no, you're not the straight man in any of this. Like the whole point is to overact. So come in and be ridiculous. If you come in and you're walking like you're drunk and high, that probably would have sold it. Look, we're in the kitchen, and
Mm.
God ain't said nothing
That see
to
that
me.
like it just really embrace it, and even switching over to Aura. Now this is the one character that could have played the straight man role
That
because
and got away with it.
and got away with
I've
it.
been married for 22 years, and any hole was a goal.
Again, didn't know the references. I'm like, honey, that's an Aquaria from her Snatch game. I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh, it would have been even funny if she would have tried to do like a Donald Trump impersonation. It might not have been well, but like seeing her trying to do it would have been funny to me,
Any hole is a goal.
you know? But yeah, it's just that was the thing. Like, she was playing it too straight and she wasn't playing it straight enough.
Right. Look, in that moment, you needed to be. Uh, how come I can't remember her name all of a sudden? She been everywhere. She just won a Golden Globe from Abbott Elementary.
Oh, Cheryl Lee
Cheryl
Ralph?
Lee Ralph. I'd have been Cheryl Lee Ralph in that minute. Honey.
I've been with this man 22
Oh,
years.
yeah.
And any hole is a goal.
Let's go.
It, I hope
Mm.
if I ever get up on this television program, I hope I can take my own tips. Watch me get on there and bomb the acting challenge and then just be mad. And just be
Uh,
mad.
you know what? If you bomb it, I'm gonna give you some grace because I'm like, you nervous. Because like me, I know I can't act. Like I look, even when I'm sitting here and I'm reading a book and I be sitting here trying to visualize what this movie would look like in my head, and I want to say the line out loud, I can't even convince myself. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me cast somebody else in this role.
But let's move onwards to Selena Estides. Um,
Where
it,
was she?
where was she?
The only time I saw her was literally when she was giving head to the brownie.
Now, she was in more than Sasha and Lux. I do remember her in certain scenes. But this was another role. I'm like, was it written shortly or was the character cut due to the time requirements?
Right.
But yeah, from what I saw, yeah. Up next is Anitra, who I think did the best of the night.
Probably.
Like I was fully committed to the character. She was funny. She took critique well from Rue. Like I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, Anitra might be getting her another win tonight.
Hey,
Might be getting her
she's
another
going
win.
in tonight.
And then we have Marsha, who I thought did an amazing job as
You know
cousin
what?
Dottie.
Marshall was funny.
Like I was really impressed by Marsha. I
I've been
really
in the
was.
kitchen cooking all day, and I ran out of nutmeg, and all I saw was this little vase of flour. Ew. That the best line.
I felt it. I'm like, see, these are the ones who should have the bigger roles because they know what they're doing.
I mean, and then they came in at the same time, and I'm like, was that planned? Did they rehearse that?
And then last but definitely not least, we have two of them here. Let's go over Malaysia first. I thought she did a good job. One
The
of my
Reverend
favorites of the
Malaysia
group.
S. Doll.
My only thing is I'm just,
She had too many critiques.
I'm over the whole, oh, she's the black reverend, so she got to do the, and I'm like, really, Rue?
She coming in a Honda.
She's coming in a Honda. She's coming in a
If
Honda.
you have never watched a Tyler Perry movie, shame on you.
But yeah,
And I mean the plays,
it's just like
not
if
the
a
movies.
different queen, like a white or a different POC queen, played this role, would Rue have suggested this as well? No,
Do you speak
only
in tongues?
because Malaysia is playing this role, and Malaysia played along. I would have too, and as you saw, it got her in the top. So,
Yep.
but it had its funny moments. But I'm like, that character could have been funny without the especially since that wasn't the '80s.
Hmm.
I don't remember seeing anybody on them old shows and movies act like that.
Not in the movies, but they did act like that on the TV. And it was the white mega church pastors that did that, though, which
Mm,
is funny.
mm, mm,
Hmm.
okay.
Mm.
And then we have Mistress, who I think did a fantastic job.
Mm. Mm.
She played the role well. I'm glad she
On
got the role
top
as
of
Fancy.
me. Oh, fuck.
I thought she did such a great job. Like she looks amazing in this dress. Like it was, she
Hmm.
did so good. She did so good.
See, if my curves looked smooth like that, I think I'd have a little bit more confidence in certain outfits.
And I loved when the first scene with her, she was like, "Mother has arrived," and Malaysia just shut the door. Oh, that's like my favorite thing ever. I'm going like I have that clip saved on my phone. I can't wait to use it on somebody. I can't. It's so good, honey. Your microphone is muted, so I don't know what you're saying.
Sorry.
You're
I
good.
said I'm pretty sure it's gonna be me.
So that was the Daytona win. But wait, we had a special guest who I wasn't expecting. Were you expecting this?
No.
Because when they were shooting it and they were freaking out, I'm like, oh, it's probably some a big name in the drag race, like maybe a Trixie, maybe a Latrice. Somebody big came through that
I thought it
door.
was Bianca Del Rio.
I, somebody. But to have Danny here was such a big.
Trivio, hey.
I was like, that was the last person I expected to see on Drag
Cheech and
Race.
Chong.
The last person I expected to see on Drag Race. In this
Oh my
moment
god,
here,
did you see his outtakes?
I got a screenshot right here. The outtakes were hilarious. Oh, you wanted a twist, hey? Miss Vanjie.
Miss
Now, I'm
Vanjie.
not sure if he's a fan of the show or those lines were just fed to him, but still, he did such an amazing
Not
job.
you know what? I don't know because he did the Miss Vanjie a little too well.
But that was the tonal win. So we have our tops and bottoms here. In the top, we have Malaysia, Mistress, Anitra, and Marsha. And in the bottom, we have Jax, Aura, and Spice. Do you agree with this top and bottom placement?
Um, a little bit.
I agree. Like, I wouldn't change the top and
Yeah.
bottom placement. I think this was a very good top and bottoms. Like, they got the best, they got the worst.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird seeing them do 7 queens this season for top and bottoms. I'm
Mm-hmm.
so used to 6, but I'm getting used to it. I'm
It's like
getting used
I'll
to it.
allow it.
Yeah, if this is what we're going to do from here on out, fine. But we find out that Mistress Isabel Brooks is the winner of this week's challenge. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I'm not upset that she won. I think I would
Yeah.
have given it to Anitra.
Mm.
But Mistress did an amazing job. So, like, kudos.
To her.
A round of applause because she did an amazing job. So, like, I'm not
Hmm.
upset.
You know
I'm
what?
not upset at all.
Whoever toned her breastplate did a really good
They
job.
really did. Like, they need a raise.
Cause I'm like, is that her skin?
That's that breastplate, honey.
That's a breastplate though, and it looks so good.
So we find out that our bottom two is Jax and Aura Mayari. Do you agree with this bottom two?
I don't think Jax did that poorly that she
Same.
needed to be at the bottom like this.
Same. This is the second week in a row where I would not have had Jax in the bottom. I think I would have done Spice and Aura.
But then Spice would have got sent home.
It's time.
Yeah, it
I've
is.
enjoyed Spice, and I really enjoy Spice on social media now because I didn't follow them until the cast was announced. So I've been
Right.
following them on TikTok, and I really enjoy them. They're in their element, and I'm currently watching their time on Roscoe's from a few weeks ago. I'm behind on the Roscoe videos, and
hmm
they mentioned that if they were to ever do All Stars, they would want to do it separately because they've always been known as the twins.
hmm
And I'm like, that would be fun to see Sugar and Spice separately on All
hmm
Stars. I think it would be funny, say, if Sugar's on All Stars, Sugar's the top All Star of the week. I think it would be funny if the lip sync assassin for that week was Spice. Although Spice is not a lip sync assassin, it would be
I
so
was about to
fun.
say, but would they make is she an
But
assassin
that
if
would
she
be
ain't lip
so
sync
funny
not
with
one
the,
time?
the veil going up and it's Spice. I'm like, try to plan one now, huh? Plan it now. Plan it now. Give us a real battle, okay? But they lip sync to Sweetest Pie by Megan Thee Stallion and Dua Lipa. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is the first time I've heard this song in its pretty much its entirety. I've only heard clips on TikTok.
hmm
It never really spoke to me to go, to Spotify and add it to my playlist and stuff like that.
Did he make it to the playlist
It
now?
didn't, but I did enjoy the song. I'm like, okay, this is the full song. Okay, cool. I like it. So, Sweetest Pie, what do we think
hmm
of this lip sync?
Um, Jax did her thing. I don't know what Aura was doing.
To me, Aura started off strong. Like they
She started
both
off
were
strong.
going like do got my sweetest pie, whatever the words are.
hmm
Um and it wasn't until we got to Megan's rap where if you were paying attention, Aura didn't know the words.
Probably.
Aura did not know the words to the rap. I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, is nobody gonna call it out that she don't know the words? And I honestly, as the lip sync went on, I think she accepted her fate
hmm
because Jax was going in.
Yes, especially after she started doing all them flips and dips and rolls, and I'd have just okay, because Jax was right. Aura was trying to block her out, but after she started doing
Mm-hmm.
them flips, then Aura just was like, okay, let me just stand over here.
Let me get out her way. Let me get out this lady's way. And even Harvey's face when Jax was doing all the little flips, I'm like, yes, Harvey, I was the same way. I was living for it. Jax was doing
hmm
such an amazing job for me.
hmm That's why I'm just like, I'm afraid they're gonna sit here and play my homegirl's face.
Oh yeah, we're going.
She like in my list of top five, she was like number six, and I had to choose. And so far, I'm down like one queen.
I have to look at mine. I don't remember if I'm down a queen or not. I don't
I
think
think
I
I'm
am.
only down one.
I don't think I am. But I will say this is probably no. This has been my favorite lip sync of the season so far.
Yes.
I will say that. But that was our lip sync. RuPaul made the decision, and Jax will be continuing on in the competition. We've already discussed Jax won that lip sync. Although Aura did have a win last week, which I hate when they get a win and then they go home the next week. I hate that. I'm like, dang
hmm
it, you were just on top of the mountain. Just on top of it. But we have to say
She
goodbye
went to
to Miss
Plymouth Rock
Aura.
and then died.
Yeah. But that's this week's episode. But we find out next week is the Lollapalooza. So it's going to be, I guess, a regular challenge,
hmm
which I like it. And you know me, I love the Lollapaloozas. I'm always for a Lollapalooza. Peruse me, honey. And just looking at their outfits here, I'm enjoying everybody's lip sync outfit for next week. And just from the few clips, whatever song Sasha got, baby, that wig was
hmm
a twirling. Ooh, that wig was going. I feel bad for whoever is going against Sasha. Because it really looked like she was eating whoever it was up.
Hmm.
Watch her lose the lip sync, and then I'm gonna be sitting there like, well, dang.
Right.
But from the performances I've seen of Sasha, I don't see her losing the lip sync. I wonder if they're gonna have like a winner. Like it's gonna be hard to have a winner unless they do some weird winners bracket where they lip sync
Mm-hmm.
again. But I don't think they're gonna do that because this alone, we're already looking at like 7 lip syncs,
Mm-hmm.
7, 8 maybe. Ooh, in 40 minutes. Oh,
Ooh.
oh no, they're gonna be short lip syncs. Oh no, I don't want it.
Mm.
Unless they just go in and be like, welcome to the main stage, like no entrance. Just be like, welcome to the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race. Let's get to it. Let's get to it right now. But
Let's
yeah,
do it.
they look good. I'm excited for the Lollapalooza. But yeah, I feel like they're gonna play in Jax's face and send her home next week. Because if you think about it, the lip sync assassin Jasmine Kennedy went home at the Lollapalooza. Granted, I do
Right?
believe she lost all 3 lip syncs. A lot of people think she won certain ones. I do think she lost all 3 of those lip syncs. I will say that. But I am intrigued. And honestly, I think who won this week? Mistress. I think Mistress should be immune
Mm.
since she won this week's challenge.
Mm.
Just let her be. Just let her be. But yeah, I feel like either Spice or Jax is gonna go home next week.
Or Marsha.
I feel like Marsha. I feel like she could do a little something. I feel like I feel like she could do a little something. Something in my spirit. I'm not sure if it's because she's wearing orange or what, but something in my spirit says don't let the appearance fool you. She can twirl and swirl, twirl and swirl,
Swirl and swirl.
twirl and swirl. Okay,
Swirl and swirl
and
for the
swirl.
girls. I
But
can't
yeah,
find my list. I know it's in this notebook, but I can't find it.
but yes, that is Drag Race. That is this week. Next week, Drag Race Belgium starts, so we're going to incorporate that into the lineup now. I'm super excited. I watched a little teaser. They might be
Where?
given. They might be given. They might be given. It's on YouTube. But they dropped a
Mm,
little teaser, and plus the Meet the Queens is out now. I haven't watched it yet, but I saw it was on Wild Percent Plus. So I might take some time while I'm waiting for the halftime show to start
I
to
was
watch.
actually watching the football game.
You are? You're actually gonna watch the football game?
No.
Oh, okay. I already have cousins who are watching the game who's gonna text me when halftime starts, so I can hop on in there. So I can go lift her up.
Hold me down.
Hold her down. But yeah, so Drag Race Belgium, Belgique, I believe is how you say it. Drag Race Belgique. I'll learn how to say it properly by the time we do the review.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we've discussed today of possibly starting to do live reviews to where y'all can get involved in the comments. We're going to be doing a test run sometime in the next few weeks. It will be
Mm-hmm.
announced ahead of time. There's just going to be a cute little chit chat for like 15, 20 minutes just so we can get things situated. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's,
Maybe possibly make some announcements. I don't know.
yeah. So,
Depending on how my finances go, because right now I'm a little.
yeah, but I think that's all we have. Our condolences to Shangela. She recently lost her grandmother.
Mm.
You know, our condolences there. But I believe that's everything we have to discuss. Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Krisha, where can they find you on the social medias?
You can find me at Creation McGill. That's CRESHAMCGILL on all social media.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see y'all next week. Bye.